जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदा जमुना तीरा वनचारी जमुना जमुना तीरा वनचारी जमुना जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम बोलो कृष्ण बलराम जय गौरानिताय Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Jam Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stotra Sismad His Divine Grace, Abhay Saran Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Sansthapak-acharya Srila Prabhupada ki, Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stotra Sismad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Shri Das Thakur ki, Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shavasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Syam Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Navadvipur Dham ki, Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Ganga Maya Manamai ki, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. All glory is to the simple devotee. All glory is the simple devotee. All glory is the simple devotee. All glory is to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. So we'd like to welcome all of you. Have taken your valuable time to come and to listen something which is definitely valuable. So today we'll be reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 10, text number 16, entitled The Opulence of the Absolute. So, 3 बार बोलेंगे ना? So kindly repeat after me. Vaktum arhasi aśeṣeṇa divyā ātma-vibhūtayaḥ yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān imāṁs tvam vyāpya tiṣṭhasi vaktum arhasi aśeṣeṇa divyā ātma-vibhūtayaḥ yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān imān tvam vyāpya tiṣṭhasi vaktum arhasi aśeṣeṇa divyā ātma-vibhūtayaḥ yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān imān tvam vyāpya tiṣṭhasi. Vaktum arhasi aśeṣeṇa divyā ātma-vibhūtayaḥ yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān imāṁs tvam vyāpya tiṣṭhasi. Vaktum arhasi aśeṣeṇa divyā ātma-vibhūtayaḥ yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān imāṁs tvam vyāpya tiṣṭhasi. Vaktum arhasi aśeṣeṇa divyā ātma-vibhūtayaḥ yābhir vibhūtibhir lokān imāṁs tvam vyāpya tiṣṭhasi. Vaktum
vaktum aśeṣeṇa
divyāḥ
divyāyaḥ
yābhir
vibhūtibhir lokān imāṁs tvam vyāpya tiṣṭhasi.
Mataji's. So we'll go for the word-for-word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace. Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Vaktum, to say. Arhasi, you deserve. Aśeṣeṇa, in detail. Divyā, divine. He, certainly. Ātma, your own. Vibhūtayaḥ, opulences. Yābhir, by which. Vibhūtibhir, opulences. Lokān, all the planets. Imān, these. Tvam, you. Vyāpya, pervading. Tiṣṭhasi, remain. Translation. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Purport by His Divine Grace. Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, it appears that Arjuna is already satisfied with his understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa. By Kṛṣṇa's grace, Arjuna has personal experience, intelligence, and knowledge, and whatever else a person may have. And through all these agencies, he has understood Kṛṣṇa to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For him, there is no doubt. Yet, he is asking Kṛṣṇa to explain his all-pervading nature. People in general and the impersonalists in particular concern themselves mainly with the all-pervading nature of the Supreme. So Arjuna is asking Kṛṣṇa how he exists in his all-pervading aspect through his different energies. One should know that this is being asked by Arjuna on behalf of the common people. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yudapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavaham Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanusute Deve Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhuvya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I'll read the translation once again and then we proceed. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you can pervade all these worlds. Hare Krishna. So, these are the verses which is very, very, very essential. Because unless and until there is no question, am I audible? Is it okay? Shall I be a little slow? Am I okay on the backside? Sure. If I'm too fast, just that's how normally I operate. So unless until there's no questions among each other, should we be going to a marketplace, stopping a rickshawala? If there's no question and answer, we will not reach the conclusion. Is it yes, no? Yeah, is it yes, no? So question and answer, it is very essential. Question and answer, it is very essential. So Bhagavad Gita, it's a question and answer in between a very essential personality. Now, when there's some important person speaks something out, it has a value. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, again it explains, yadyad acharati shreshtas. What does that mean, yadyad acharati shreshtas? Wherever the great man does something, the common man is bound to follow. So Kṛṣṇa and Arjuna, they are conversing upon something where the common populace would accept, imbibe, and make their life perfect. Now, while reading Bhagavad Gita, how can we make our life perfect? There's many great personalities following in the same footstep. Like statement goes, very deep statement. It is explained, when doubts haunt me, when disappointments stare me in my face, I don't even see one rays of hope in the horizon. And I turn to Bhagavad Gita, find a verse which comforts me, and I begin to smile in the midst of overwhelming sorrow. So this teaching has been imbibed by great personality. Why? Because it is being spoken directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now, why Arjuna is being chosen over here? Because if you see in the previous verses, Arjuna asked the question, isn't it? Arjuna vacha, right? Arjuna said, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you. And now you yourself are declaring it to me. So, why Arjuna is being chosen for this kind of important messages? Anyone would like to come up? Why Arjuna is being chosen? Bhishmadev was a Naistic Brahmachari. Could have chosen Bhishmadev, yes? He is not envious of Kṛṣṇa, yes? And more? He's a friend. Anything else? He's a devotee. So there's three aspects which is essential, which is important. So he was a devotee of Kṛṣṇa, he was a friend of Kṛṣṇa, and he was non-envious of Kṛṣṇa. So what is the most essential part to imbibe this knowledge within our hearts and make it on a running stage is we shall be non-envious to Kṛṣṇa. That's the only bad quality that living entity has imbibed, and then we are adverse of Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa bhulya jeev bhoga vanchakari. So when living entities, they think themselves, I'm the doer, I'm the controller, and I am the enjoyer. This is where things goes wrong. So now here, let's try to meditate upon these verses. Kṛṣṇa is a source of all incarnations and everything that exists. Now, let's see how does it work. Krishna's divine opulences, aśeṣeṇa, by which he pervades all over the world. We'll find a verse in the Bhagavad Gita 7.4 and 5. Anyone remember this verse? Very famous verse. Okay. Bhūmirapo nalo vāyu. Yeah? Right? Kam mano buddhireva cha ahankara itiyama me bhinna prakrititirashtida. So these two verses goes as follows. Say, earth, water, fire, air, and ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, these eights constitute my separate material energy. This is the question Arjuna is asking. How do you pervade all over? Can you tell me a little bit, Kṛṣṇa? And then the next verse would be, beside these, O Almighty Arm Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mine, which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. So now the living entities, when they come in this material world, what's the reason for the living entities to come in this material world? Anyone would like to come up? What's the reason behind it? Why there was a need to create this material world? Mother would like to come up?
Yeah, because we wanted to experience, we wanted to be like Kṛṣṇa.
We,
To enjoy like Kṛṣṇa.
we want to compete with Kṛṣṇa. We want to copy and paste what Kṛṣṇa is trying to do. Do we remember any pastime in Kṛṣṇa book where someone wanted to imitate Kṛṣṇa? There's a friend of Kṛṣṇa. Huh? There's a friend of Kṛṣṇa. He said, Kṛṣṇa, you became so famous. Why don't you lend me your belt, your peacock feather, and give me your flute? And Kṛṣṇa said, okay, you want it? You take it. And after utilizing Kṛṣṇa's property, then what happened? There was a demon who was in the shape of a bull. Right? And then the bull came, and then, when that friend of Kṛṣṇa, when he saw such a fearsome, demon, he got scared. And then he held his ear, saying that, I will never ever imitate you, Kṛṣṇa. Are we able to relate to that story? Yeah? So imitating Kṛṣṇa, this is where we fall prey. We try to imitate Kṛṣṇa, then this is what happened. So Kṛṣṇa, if you look at it, how Kṛṣṇa's energy work? Now in 7th chapter, text number 14, divyā gunamayi mama maya durataya. Now this is one section of it we understand. Kṛṣṇa's energy is very strong. But is it complete? No, the second line would say, Mam eva ye prabhadyante mam etam tarantite. The translation goes, this divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is very difficult to overcome. Right? Don't get scared. Now Kṛṣṇa is saying, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Kṛṣṇa is saying my energy is very strong. But Kṛṣṇa is giving indication as well. Kṛṣṇa loves us more than us. Can I repeat it again? Kṛṣṇa loves us more than us. We don't even love ourselves. So Kṛṣṇa wanted to see the living entities come back again, back home, back to Godhead, to be normal. This is an abnormal situation. Why it is abnormal situation? There's a statement, like a sad monkey in front of rock music. Have you heard this? A sad monkey in front of rock music. This is our situation. We are mama vaisha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. We are ansha of the Supreme Lord. We are quality-wise one with Him. Am I heard properly? We are quality-wise, gunatmak. We are one with Him. But if we misunderstand that, because Prabhupada in the Purport would mention about the impersonalists. And Prabhupada was very heavy when it comes to be impersonalist. In all the Purport, you will find Prabhupada is hammering. So that statement, like we are one with God, it is true. But it is 50% truth. So we are not one with God. How are we not one with God? The quantity. So quality-wise, we are one with God. But quantity-wise, we are not one with God. But we are trying to compete God and trying to be quantity as well. Then we fail. So this is where we fail. When Kṛṣṇa says, my energy is very strong, but he also gives the idea. If you surrender to me, and there's very beautiful analogy has been given. So once I was a patient, he went to the doctor. The doctor was living somewhere. It's an office, as a home. And that patient went over there, wanted to meet with the doctor, but there was a fencing. There was a door. And in between the house and the fencing, there was a dog. There was a what? There was a dog. A Doberman dog. Very Now the patient has to meet with the doctor. In between there's a dog. If he goes in, he will lose few kilos. If he doesn't go, sickness, he will get. What if would be you, what would you do? You got to meet with the doctor. There's a dog in between. If I'll open the door, I'll be finished. If I don't go, again I'll be finished. So what do we do? Anything? We call out, Dr. Sahab! Dr. Sahab! So we call out. And when the doctors come out, they say, okay, wait. And the doctor say, hey, Tommy, sit down. Tommy will sit down, isn't it? So similarly, Maya is just like the dog. And when we call out to Kṛṣṇa, when Kṛṣṇa says, hey, Tommy, Maya, here's my devotee, let him come. So this is how it works. So Kṛṣṇa loves us more than us in that sense because He's our Supreme Father. He's our Supreme Father. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is explained, Ekai Swarupa Tanra Nahi Tina Dharma Advayaha Jnana Tattva Vastu Kṛṣṇa Haya Sarva Marma. Very, very. Lord Kṛṣṇa Himself is the one undivided absolute truth, the ultimate reality. He manifests Himself in three features. What is the three features Kṛṣṇa manifests Himself? Yes, right? So we have which realization? Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Right? So these three levels of realization, it is there just to attract the living entities toward Him. Now, someone who realized Brahman realization, is it complete? No? Partially? Yes. If we realize Paramatma, is it complete? No, but partially. Now when we reach the level of Bhagavan, then this is complete. So what does that mean? That if someone realized Brahman, is it wrong? If someone realized Paramatma, is it wrong? No. These are the gradual process attracting the living entities based upon their capability. Once as per the capability, when they come up, and then ultimately when they meet with the Rasika Bhakta, with the pure devotee, and this is how they transform themselves. So similarly in the Purport, Prabhupada is mentioning about it. We'll touch upon that. Now, let's reflect in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.28. Very important. I felt today let's quote something, from the Vedic scripture. Ete chamsa kala pumsa Kṛṣṇastu Bhagavan Swayam. All the incarnations are either planetary portions or portions of the planetary portion of the Lord. But Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now what does that mean? Kṛṣṇa expanded Himself. When Kṛṣṇa expands Himself, is all the expansion equally with Kṛṣṇa? Are the Vishnu Tattva? Yes, no? Vishnu Tattva. So then what is understanding in between these two? Kṛṣṇa expanded Himself and these are the Vishnu Tattvas. So what is the difference in between? Is any different? Can we claim there is a difference between? Anyone on the backside? What's the difference? Is the question clear? What's the difference between? If someone asks you, well, I believe all the incarnations are one. Would you deny? Say, yeah, the one. But yet there's a difference. What is the difference? Kṛṣṇa is avatari. Kṛṣṇa is? What does avatari mean? He's a source of everything. And other are avatar. So there's a difference between avatari and avatar? What is the difference? I'm sorry, today's more questions and answers. It's a churning process. I like this kind of interaction. I don't want only me talking and everyone listening. I want everyone talk. So what is the difference? All right. So here, Sri Kṛṣṇa has 64 principal qualities. We say Kṛṣṇa has 64 principal qualities. Out of unlimited qualities, it's not only 64. Out of unlimited qualities, 64 has been pointed out. right? 60 qualities are also found in other form of God as well. Other expansion, they do possess 60 qualities. Is it? Yes, no? Now, but there are 4 qualities which are unique to Sri Kṛṣṇa alone, which are as such. So there's 4 qualities which is unique, which is not to be found in other avatars. If that it is clear in our mind, why Kṛṣṇa is avatari? Because he has got 4 qualities which others doesn't possess. Does it make sense? So what are the 4 qualities? Maybe it's clearer now. So the first is Lila Madhuri. Can you repeat it? Lila Madhuri. What does Lila Madhuri mean? He is an undulating oceans of astonishing pastime, out of which Rasa Lila is supremely captivating. Right? There's no other incarnation who perform Rasa Lila beside Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Kṛṣṇa. Number 1. Number 2, Prema Madhuri. What is that? Repeat it again. Prema Madhuri. What does that mean? He is Prema Madhuri. He is surrounded by devotee who possesses incomparable Madhura Prem, which should develop up to the stage of Mahabhav. Now these are the quality which Kṛṣṇa possesses, which none of others possesses. So, Prema Madhuri. The third one is, the third one is Venu Madhuri. None of others who play Venu. The sweet and mellow sound of his flute attracts the minds of everyone within the tree world. Isn't it? Should it be a demon? Should it be envious one? Should it be Indra? Just by playing the flute, Indra captivate everyone. Kṛṣṇa captivate with his love. He captivate with his potency. He captivate because of the beauty. He captivate because of his knowledge. He captivate because of riches. And ultimately he captivate because of renunciation. Isn't it? This is the 6 opulences Kṛṣṇa possesses. So the last one is Rupa Madhuri. Kṛṣṇa is so beautiful. How beautiful is Kṛṣṇa? Kṛṣṇa attracts millions of cupids. Am I heard on the backside? Kṛṣṇa attracts how many cupids? Millions. Kandarpa koti kamaniya vise. आप आगे आ जाइए थोड़ा सा. Okay, fair enough. Thank you. So, Kṛṣṇa attracts unlimited. Kandarpa koti kamaniya visesa subham. Not one. Who is Kandarpa? Cupid. What does Cupid do in our life? Cupid is the one who releases an arrow and then we become lattu. Given out, sold out. Kuch nahi kar paate. Can't do anything. So one Cupid, one arrow, just melts everyone. This type of Cupids, unlimited, Kandarpa Koti, not one, not two, they came to attract Kṛṣṇa. Seeing Kṛṣṇa's beauty, they were enchanted. You say, Garbar ho gaya. Wrong places. So Kṛṣṇa is so beautiful, his Rup Madhuri, his extraordinary beauty astonishes all moving and non-moving entity. When the gopi, ultimately Kṛṣṇa, because due to intense love, Kṛṣṇa walked out. And the gopi was searching for Kṛṣṇa. And the gopi was asking the creepers. They were asking the deer. They were asking the tree. What the gopi said, you creeper, you look very, jubilant. 101% you might have seen Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa might have touched you and moved from there. Kindly let us know, has Kṛṣṇa gone in this direction? So Kṛṣṇa's beauty, Rupa Madhuri, attracts each and every one. Isn't it Kṛṣṇa's beauty attracted even Kubja? the hunchback lady. Kṛṣṇa stopped. He said, hey lady, you're carrying something? Yeah. Hey, don't look at it. This is for my king. He said, apply a little bit on me. What difference would that make? He said, no. It's for the king. But she was so attracted with this. Oh, never mind. If the king chastises me, I'll take it. But it's so beautiful, my God. And then he applied the sandalwoods and all the pearls and scents, whatever it is. And Kubja became attracted. And Kubja whispered in Krishna's ear, because Balram was there as well. He said, well, can we meet somewhere? He said, Bhaiya sunna le, we'll catch up. So these are pastime. The beauty of Krishna is so attractive in Kubja. So in this way, these are the 4 qualities which Krishna possesses, which other incarnation does not possess. Now Krishna pervades the universe through his energy, because today's verse is based on that. Let's dive into 9.4. Maya tata midam sarvam. Maya tatham idam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina madstani sarva bhutani nachaham te suavastitaha. By me, in my unmanifested form, this universe, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I'm not in them. So Krishna is telling, Krishna is mentioning over here, I pervade all over. Now, Prabhupada used to give the analogy. Which analogy? Just like the sun rays, when the sun rises in the morning, the sun rays itself, that dissipate the darkness. For the sun rays, there's no need to put a mic. Okay, you darkness, run away because I'm coming. There's no question. Just swata. Sun rises, darkness is vanquished. So similarly, Krishna, unmanifested form. What does that mean, unmanifested form? Like there's a Vivashvan, there's a sun globe, and there's the sun rays. These are the 3 different aspects that we can understand. Prabhupada used to give the analogy. So now when Krishna, unmanifested form, in which form Krishna manifests himself and pervade all over the world? It is Brahman, which is a sunlight. Sun rays. So Brahman, in the Brahman form, Krishna pervade all over. So, if you read in the 12th chapter, text number 1 and 2, I'm sure you might have read it, but we can read it. This is a question from Arjuna. Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna inquire, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? Prabhupada in the Purport, this is what he touches upon. So now Arjuna's question, this is a question from Arjuna. But the question, Kṛṣṇa, can you tell me, I'm seeing you as a person, and your energy which is pervaded all over, which one do I consider to be superior? Is this the question Arjuna asked? Very direct question. So now, when the question was asked, Kṛṣṇa smiled. He said, yes. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Kṛṣṇa. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their mind upon my personal form. Fix my mind where? Those who fix their mind on my personal form. And what happened in personal form? And are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith, are considered by me to be the most perfect. So this was the answer of Kṛṣṇa. What Kṛṣṇa is saying, yes, Arjun, you have seen my unmanifested, I'm pervading all over. Because Kṛṣṇa tells Arjun the same thing. He said, if you want to fight, fair enough. If you don't want to fight, don't think that they would be survived. Me, my energy was already swallowing them. It's already being swallowed. So Kṛṣṇa is mentioning to Arjuna over here, ki my energy, unmanifested form, it is, this entire universe is pervaded. Now let's dive a little bit in Chaitanya Charitamrita again. which is 2.91 Adi Lila. Krishnera Swarupa tina rupa dhari Brahmandira Kritya Karina Lila Vilasakari. Kṛṣṇa personally performed two kinds of activities. He personally performed two kinds of activities. In the spiritual world, he exhibited his original form and pastime, and in the material world, he pervaded and maintained the universe through his expansion. So now what we need to understand, Kṛṣṇa doesn't need to come personally to take care of this material world. There's no need for him. His energy, his Shakti is more than sufficient to take care of. Kṛṣṇa is more than happy to stay among his devotee. Like Kṛṣṇa says, yada yada hi dharmasya glani bharti bharata. What he says? Paritranaya sadhunam. That's the first business of Kṛṣṇa. He comes specifically for his devotee. And later on his energy, vinaschayasa duskritam. So Kṛṣṇa comes personally just to protect his devotee and to take care of his devotee. So two types of energy. Kṛṣṇa's is mentioned over here. Now his opulences are divided into 6 categories. Everyone knows about it. I just mentioned earlier about the 6 opulences of Kṛṣṇa. I will not go in this. And then the 4th one, all material and spiritual energy are Kṛṣṇa's. Many people will ask, why those bad things happen to good people? Yeah, many people ask question. I'm chanting, I'm following the principle, I'm associating with devotee, but yet I'm having so much problem. So these question, is it a right question or wrong question? Is it a right question on the back side? Anyone on the back? Is it right question or wrong question? Right question. So Kṛṣṇa is doing injustice, something like that? So it's a wrong question. Why those bad things happen to good people is not the right question. Yeah, so why bad things happen to bad people? Because whatever karma that we have done, who would yield the result? Someone else or myself? For every action that we have performed has an equal and an opposite reaction. So who would bear that reaction? Me. So here the question, all material and spiritual energy of Kṛṣṇa. So again Chaitanya Charitamrita, eka iswarupaha nama rupa vibheda. Mayika prapancha tahani nahi bheda. Kṛṣṇa is one in all his names and form. Although there are varieties, there is no different in his essential nature. Even in this material manifestation, he remained transcendental. Kṛṣṇa remained? What does transcendental mean? Which is beyond these 3 modes of material nature. So now, when the so-called Mayavadi, when they talks about Kṛṣṇa, they will say that Kṛṣṇa who came and performed pastime, it is mundane. He is mundane. Right? The energy behind Kṛṣṇa is the one we worship. This is what they talk about. So now Kṛṣṇa, when people consider this body, equating with Kṛṣṇa, this body undergoes 6 kinds of transformation. Am I right? Yes, no? On the backside? 6 kinds of transformation. Take birth, growth, stay for some time, produce some byproduct, dwindle, and then Ram Nam, Satya, vanish. But does that apply to the Supreme Lord? Does a 6th transformation apply to the Supreme Lord? No. Why? Because the form are transcendental. This body is made with blood, bone, marrow, mucus, stool, urine, isn't it? But can we consider Kṛṣṇa to be the same? So Kṛṣṇa is Satchit Anand. So now, what we need to understand, Kṛṣṇa's form is not as our form. So that we need to understand. Now let's dive into Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.34. Rite ritam yad pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tad vidhyad atmano mayam yatha bhasho yatha tamaha. What appear to be of value without relationship relationship to the Supreme Lord is illusion. No, it as a reflection of reality in darkness. Now let's try to understand how does it work. Now anything which has no relationship with Kṛṣṇa, there is no question at any given situation that Kṛṣṇa is absent somewhere. Can we say that Kṛṣṇa is not within that iron? No, Kṛṣṇa is within the iron as well. So when the living entities consider something which is beside Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa is not related to that. It is known as Maya. So Maya is something which is illusion. Make us understand this is something separate from Kṛṣṇa. Yeah? So what appeared to be the value without relation to the Supreme Lord is illusion. Knows it as a reflections of reality in darkness. So once what happened, there was a boy who was walking the bank of a river, and it so happened he have seen something very, glittering. And he thought about it, this must be gold. So he dived in, he could not find it. Came to the bank again, and when he looked at it, yeah, it was there. He went back again, and again, that was. And it so happened there was a Mahatma passing by. Mahatma said, "What are you doing?" And he got scared. He said, "Mahatma may take that gold." He didn't mention. Then he said, "Well, there's something very glittering over there, so I would want to get it." And Mahatma smiled. He said, "Really want to get that? You climb the tree, you'll find it there." And he was scared. He said, "Mahatma wanted to steal it. He wanted to send me in the tree." But in reality, the reflection of that tree, which we have seen on the water. So similarly, when the boy went upstairs, he found there was a gold earring, whatever jewelry was hanging on the top. So similarly, in this material world, this is what we try to project. Whatever in this material world is just like a reflection. And when we engross ourselves, when we completely put ourselves in this, and then we end up in big illusion, which is known as Mriga Trishna. Mriga Trishna. So the fifth is, Kṛṣṇa is as the super soul or Paramatma in everyone's heart. Isn't it? Kṛṣṇa is everywhere. Yeah? We can understand what's happening with this body. We are hungry, we are lusty, we are greedy, we are angry, isn't it? But I can only guess minutely what you must be feeling. But I can't, project exactly what's happening. So, Bhagavad Gita 10.20. Aham atma gudakesha sarva bhutasayah stitah. Aham adischa madhyam cha bhutanamanta evacha. I am the self, O Gudakesh, seated in the hearts of all creature. All creature, right? I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all being. If we try to understand this sloka and try to imbibe the essence of it, our life is sorted out. The person to whom we are hating to, the person to whom we are trying to cheat to, if we understand the reality, whom are we cheating? And from whom we can hide ourselves from. So then the whole thing is sorted out. Isn't it? So now let's see, get back again to CC. That's Madhya Leela 20.129. Sarva vyāpi Kṛṣṇa sarvatra vyasta rupa antaryami brahmandaha vyāpi eka swarupa. Kṛṣṇa is all pervading through his features as a super soul. He is within everything, and yet he maintains his separate transcendental identity. That's a beauty. He's everywhere, yet he separates himself. That's a uniqueness of Kṛṣṇa. He's everywhere, but yet he separate himself. How does Kṛṣṇa separate himself? In which form does Krishna separate himself? And how Krishna is everywhere? In which form? Obviously Krishna is mentioned over here. So how he separate himself? And why does Krishna separate himself? What is the learning from it? What is a lesson? Is it too tricky? Like each of us, we like variety, am I right? Variety is the spices of life. So we like varieties because that's originate from Krishna. Variety originate from Krishna. He was one. He expanded himself because of variety. Now living entities is being given this minute freedom, so independent. Why this independence is being given? Krishna could have said, hey, become my devotee, that's it. But why Krishna has given this minute freedom? Sometimes we hide and seek. Sometimes devotional, sometimes Maya, sometimes Prajalpa. Why Krishna has given this minute freedom? Anyone? It's a wrong decision, isn't it? Isn't it a wrong decision? Krishna should not have been given this minute freedom. We should be doing devotional service to him directly. Why Krishna has given minute freedom? We want to enjoy separately. Yeah, that's external reason. Yeah, thank you so much. External reason, we want to enjoy. Like a baby wanted to cook, and mom will give the baby a toy. Oh, you sit down there and cook. And the baby will cook. The baby will tell the mom as well, Mom, I'm making lachha paratha. Mom, I'm making dal makhani. Mom, I'm making this and that. You say, yeah, very good. And then later on, that same child will run, Mom, I'm feeling hungry, please give me. I say, you have cooked now, lachha paratha. Go and eat. I say, no, Mom. This is a status. This is how we are. We're trying to compete. We're trying to imitate Krishna. So we can't do that. And then when we are baffled, then we run to Krishna. Krishna, please. Govinda mero hai, Gopala mero, or koi nahi. So similarly, why this minute freedom has been given? Because Krishna wants to love you with no force. If I'll force you, put a gun, come and love me. Out of fear, okay, I love you. But when the gun is removed, so no force. Krishna wants love spontaneous. Krishna wants us to love him voluntarily. So that's why this minute freedom has been given. So we can choose to love him. Does it make sense? Yes, no? 6 is Krishna expand in various forms to manage cosmic function. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.1. 5 list various incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, Varha, etc. Yeah? So let's see in CC. Shrishti hetu ye murti prapanche avatare se Ishvara murti avatare nama dhare. Whenever the Lord descends to this material world to fulfill the purpose, that form is called an incarnation or avatara. So this is how Krishna manifests himself, just to make sure that each living entities, when they wanted to develop a certain kind of relationship with the Supreme Lord, that is being provided. You see Krishna, how Krishna is, he works in such a minute detail. Look at Prahlad. When the question was asked, is your father herein? He said, yeah. Is your Lord herein? He said, yes. Is your Lord in my palace? He said, yes. Is your Lord in the pillar? I said, yes. Just uttering of a word, my Lord is in the pillar. What happened? The Lord had to appear in the pillar. You're getting the point? Krishna, he loves us more than us. Only once we have to tell Krishna, I love you. But we have so many isms behind it. So that's one of the reasons Krishna is waiting for that. Waiting for what? That we turn. Now we are showing the back. We want to enjoy. Now we turn and see Krishna and tell Krishna, that's it. This is the end of this vicious cycle. Now, these expansions are like Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksha, Vishnu, Karunodaksha, etc., etc. Krishna's name, form, quality and pastime are all transcendental. Now when Krishna comes, even through his energy or whatever form Krishna comes, it's just to attract the living entities toward him. Sometimes we may ask, your Krishna just claim himself to be boss. I am the Lord of this material world. I am the Lord of this spiritual world. I am. There's so much I into it. Why are the Lord? He would demand this respect. Why? Any answer? Why Krishna has to glorify himself again and again? Is he puffed up? Is he arrogant? What's the reason behind it? Krishna, keep on telling. He's the original person. He's the original? Supreme. Okay, one. Any other? Why Krishna? To attract us. His original, first he wants to attract us. When Krishna would tell, you're just begging for penny, come to me. I'm Lakshmi Pati. You would not be deprived from money. He's not boasting himself. He just wants to attract us, so we come back home, back to Godhead. You getting the point? So Krishna, that's one of the reasons his appearance and whatever leelas that he performs is just to attract the living entities. Everything rests in Krishna, yet he is independent. As we mentioned earlier, he is independent, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, in the purport, Prabhupada mentioned about impersonalists. We had, time is over, so we would not be able to elaborate more on this. So we'd like to stop over here, welcoming some question or any comments, if it is there. Please.
I want to hear what is Buddha's person and
what is the three modes of nature? Oh, the question is, how do we understand or describe the three modes of nature? The three modes of nature is Krishna's energy. Now, what is modes of goodness and passions and ignorance? In the Bhagavad Gita is described, mantra is in three gunas, sattva gun, rajagun and tamagun. Ahar, eatable, it is in three gunas. So mantra, ahar, shastra, association, these are three gunas. Now what does three gunas mean? The person who is in the modes of guna, or the person who consumes something which is in the modes of goodness, then the durations of life increases. Clarity are there. You're getting the point? Modes of goodness mean which is not hot, which is not shower. So there's an quality which is described in the Bhagavad Gita. So modes of goodness increases over life. Modes of goodness of a devotee gives you the clarity of spirituality. If you associate with someone who's the modes of passion mean wanted to enjoy, sometime chanting, sometime enjoyment. When you associate with this kind of person, what will happen? You will be dragged. You will be taken away from spirituality. And the person who's the modes of ignorance, then everything is over. Because ignorance means there's no morning program, there's nothing as such. Just trapped in deep Maya. So, modes of goodness, passion and ignorance. So we have sangha, association as well, as was described. So you have food as well. And you have literatures as well. Any literature which deals with the demigods and the modes of passion. Deal with the, like Kṛṣṇa mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita 9.25, Yanti deva vrata devam pitri yanti pitivata. Those who worship the demigod, they go to the planets of the demigod. Those who worship the ancestors, they will go to the ancestor. Those who worship the ghosts and spirit, they will live amongst them. And those who worship me, they will come to me. So three modes of nature mean it's a different gradation. Ignorance means completely baffled. There's no questions of realization. There's no questions of asking questions, who am I, from where did I come from? Drinking, smoking, doing all sort of nonsense. Modes of passion, flickering mind. Modes of goodness, clarity. That's why Kṛṣṇa says, Arjuna, you rise above these three modes of nature. Now you say, goodness, is it not good? Yeah, it's good. But modes of goodness also binds you. It is just like, three type of a change, can bind you. So there's a golden one, there's a silver one, and there's an iron one. Which one would you like to go for? No, which one you want to go for? There's three type of change which can bind you. Was golden change, silver change, and iron change. Which one would you like to go for? Yeah, give a clap. Should it be gold? That also will bind you. None. You getting the point? So sattva gun, that's also binds you. Once you become in the modes of goodness, then you have this tendency, I know it. Any sadhaka who claims that I'm the knower, the person is playing a very dangerous play. Because as a sadhaka, we should be on the level of learning. I haven't learned everything. I must learn. So trinadapi sunichena tarodapi sesuna will come in this. So three modes of nature, which is, as I said again, so Kṛṣṇa is telling Arjuna, rise above these three modes of nature, Arjuna. That means Shuddha Sattva, which is beyond the three modes of nature. So any sadhaka who practice devotional service, Prabhupada mentioned somewhere, they say 11 years non-stop, make a siddh asana, one place every day, same time, and chant the holy name. That person becomes siddh, sadhan siddh. When the person becomes sadhan siddh, then he rises above these three modes of nature, becomes some modes of pure goodness. So three modes of nature binds us, so we need to rise above. So obviously, if you're being put in a lake, would you not using the same water to come out? If you're being thrown in a lake, you will use the water. You can't, without using water, you come out. If you know how to swim, you use the same water. Similarly, when you're in the modes of ignorance, use passion to put a step ahead. Then use goodness to come even further. And then practicing devotional service will help you to sum out these three modes of nature. Does it make sense? Okay. So a question in the back. Yes?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderful class. You are a very nice speaker. Very patient.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhuji, I have two questions. Both are small actually. You said Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham, even millions of cupids, they are attracted by Kṛṣṇa.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we are practicing sadhana life, spiritual life, so also Kṛṣṇa is not that Vigraha. It is Sakshat Brajendra Nandan. No? Pratima nahi tomi Sakshat Brajendra Nandan. Kṛṣṇa, that deity is directly Kṛṣṇa. So if any of our devotees, if they are so much attracted to Kṛṣṇa, then any woman or the opposite gender will not appeal even the least. But we see that devotees also fall into illusion, even senior devotees. So it's a serious matter because yeah. So how can it be so real? Kandarpa Koti just gone, everything is gone. Just Kṛṣṇa.
Okay. Kṛṣṇa, there's no doubt about it, Kṛṣṇa is the most beautiful personality, right? Now Kṛṣṇa is the most beautiful personality, it's me. How do I accept it? As I said again, Kṛṣṇa has given the minute freedom. The minute freedom can be used and misused. Does it make sense? Use and misuse. Say you're being served something which you like the most. You're being served something which you like the most. Now the mind will play game. Take a little more. This is my liking. Is it yes, no? Okay, a little bit more. So that choices of yours, Kṛṣṇa will never ever intervene with your choices. Now, think over. Kṛṣṇa has given Arjuna all the technicality, all the pros and cons of what he should be doing, what he should not be doing. Isn't it? Yes, no? But after that, what Kṛṣṇa tells Arjuna?
aśeṣeṇa tvam.
Huh? Now it's choice is yours, whatever you want to do. Because even slight desire, minute fractions of desire remain, that would be a stumbling block toward back home, back to Godhead. So what Kṛṣṇa wanted exactly is, when you say then a devotee who sees Kṛṣṇa, now the person who's seeing Kṛṣṇa with the eyes which is tainted with that mundane material things. When the eyes is being purified, the seeing process is being purified, premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayesu vilokayanti yam shama sundaram achinta guna sarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So applying that ointment in your eyes is essential. See, going to the sweet Lord, having a darshans in the morning, now amongst us, we're just talking among us. If Prabhupada would not have, put that darshan arti, how many among us will go for darshan? There's a system which Prabhupada has, then reminds us, darshan karne jana hai. Otherwise, we'll be on our own. So seeing Kṛṣṇa, definitely he is the most beautiful personality. But we, because we are tainted with so many other desires, we are not able to see Kṛṣṇa the way Kṛṣṇa is. So therefore we get attracted. Amongst all the attraction, I would say the most hampering obstacle on the path of devotional service is Vaishnava Prad. You may be having attractions for opposite gender. Maybe you have some attraction. You may have gone through. You may be carried away by Maya. But after some time you will come back. Pakka. But if you commit Vaishnava Prad, then this is very, 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 very dangerous. So, let's see what Kṛṣṇa is telling over here. Kṛṣṇa is saying, even if one commit the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly, because he is properly situated in his determination. Now, I don't know, maybe some of you are parents, having children, so child. So the first time, remember when the child was standing on its own leg and putting one step. How did you feel at that time? Did you see the child falling 100 times? Or did you wanted to see that one step that the child has taken? Which one would you like to go for? Obviously the one step which the child has taken. Yes, am I right? Kṛṣṇa will never ever see how much you've fallen down. Kṛṣṇa would want to see how much you bounce back. What's a step that you have taken? This is what Kṛṣṇa wanted to see. That's why Kṛṣṇa is mentioning over here. Kṛṣṇa is saying, even if one commits the most abominable action. What is the most abominable action? You're getting the point? Most abominable action. If he's engaged in devotional service, he's still remaining in devotional service. The chanting is going on, sadhu, sang is still going on. Then is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Now, this material world is designed as such. If you go in a jail and say, well, I don't want to see any criminal in this. Jail is meant for criminal. Bhautik sansar, it is meant for that. You will find. Isn't it? Some may come to devotional service and then their desire, prarabdha karma, sanchit karma, prarabdha karma, gami karma will pop up. Little desire will haunt, little desire will attract you. But if you stay firm, okay, I've done a mistake, let me bounce back. I've done a mistake, accept it and move on. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come for. Do you think Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come for liberated devotee in this material world? Has he come for that purpose? For liberated devotee? No. The most fallen. Tara sakshi jagai madhai. Tara sakshi jagai madhai. Most fallen one. So this is bound to happen. We'll practice devotional service, we'll slide down, we have to stand up again. Never leave the association of devotee, that's the bottom line. Somehow they just hold the devotee association. Does that address your question? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Just one more small question. Can I ask?
It's up to, I don't know who take care. Come up, okay.
Just now you ended with staying in association of the devotees. You ended the answer like that. So also Kapil Dev says that only in the association of devotees, the name, fame, pastimes of the Lord become manifest, potent. Yeah. So, but in ISKCON and sometimes devotees are away from the temple, some distance away or like that. So I see my personal experience when alone, nothing is so potent. It has some potency, Hare Krishna has, but you don't feel like getting up, no Mangalartik, don't feel like doing much in the room. There's no atmosphere, vibration, And I hope I'm able to speak out.
Well, I would say this is more to do with managerial affairs, but I can just share a little bit on this. You can be anywhere in a part of the world. Seeking association of devotee, you can do it anywhere and everywhere. Say for example, I don't want to get into detail. I'm also part of management. I've been managing temple in Faridabad, in Bahadurgarh. So I could relate a little bit what you mean to say. But if you really want to take association of devotee, there is no power who can stop you. I'll repeat it again. If you really want to take association of devotee, there's no power within the world can stop you. But if you start discriminating or start judging, then that will stop you. Prabhupada has given something which hasn't been given ever. Prabhupada has given a standard package. The morning program, the services during the day, and the evening program is an extended package, complete in itself. If you really want to take association, my Gurudev Srila Gopal Kṛṣṇa Goswami Maharaj said, when the COVID-19, hit very hard, then he was lamenting, he said, no book distribution, we can't go anywhere. But he also said, this COVID has given a boon. I have reached those disciples, those devotees who I never met. He was able to give 3 classes a day. He said, practically I would never... Online, yes. So if you really wanted to become Kṛṣṇa consciousness, there's amples of opportunity to become Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Mind my word. Once Prabhupada was traveling. And one air hostess was passing by and then greeted Prabhupada. Hey, Swami. And Prabhupada, what happened? He was having, I think, puff rice or whatsoever, something. He was eating something. And that lady, that air hostess, come and ask, can I have some? Prabhupada, yeah, please. And he had the Mahaprasad of Prabhupada. That lady, she became a devotee and went to the village, practiced Kṛṣṇa consciousness. He had the Prabhupada books, and he practiced Kṛṣṇa consciousness. And then later on, devotee happened to, meet with her. He said, how come? And the one who met her is the one who was assisting Prabhupada while traveling. He said, I remember that. Oh, you're the air hostess. If there is a willingness, then that's more than sufficient. Prevent yourself from Vaishnava pride. If you see something, mistake will be there. Anywhere you are, there will be mistake. If I wanted to see, that tilak is not straight, what kind of tilak he is putting? Oh, he doesn't have any tilak. Oh my God, he's a dhoti, no combination. That is unending. If you really want to practice devotional service, then what we need to do, we need to, when you see, someone who is riding a horse, there is a blinker, I don't know what you call it, which prevents the horse to see broader, just to see focus. If we try to put that, I wanted to see my spiritual progress. How much am I making progress in my spiritual life? That's it. And this is how you will catch up, and this is how you will make suitable progress. All right, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So thanks once again, and forgive me if I've spoken something which really hurts you. So for that, vancha kalpataruvascha kripa sindhuvyavacha patitanam pavanabhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki patita pavan Srila Prabhupada ki nitai gaur premanande hari.